Yeah, and they go 9-4 last year. It's the first year finished ranked in a decade. In going back, and I mean, you did a bunch. You did the Texas game and the Ole Miss game, right, last year?
We did Texas and Ole Miss, and I want to say we had one more. Yeah. Maybe that was it.
And I just go back and I watch how dependent KJ was on Treylon Burks. Like
right.
Any time the ball was in a pressure situation, you knew where the ball was going. And then I went back and looked at the numbers. He accounted for 40% of the team's wide receiving yards. And it looks like he's doing great things with the Titans. I know they're fired up to have him. The O-line, they lost their left tackle. The best running back transferred to UTSA. They did lead the SEC in rushing, which was the first time since Run DMC. I think that was 2007. But when you talk about that defense, they were really bad in their losses. And when you talk about the quality opponents, just looking what they gave up in those games, in those losses, I think he gave up 42 points a game. But then what's the personnel looking like? They get Bumper Poole back in linebacker. They get Catalan, who I loved in 20, who was a freshman All-American. And, what's Drew Sanders going to bring? He's been crushed by injuries at Alabama. He's a former 5-star. I thought he showed, potential as a pass rusher, and that's what they need. They can't ever get to the quarterback. So they get 9 of their top tacklers back, and then when you dive into the schedule, there's a stretch there where it's like Alabama or it's A&M, Bama, and then they go to Mississippi State, go to BYU, go to Auburn. It's tough. They get LSU and Ole Miss at home. I have to lean under there because, like you said, the defense didn't show up when it needed to, and I think they might have to rely on the defense a little bit if they can to get this offense going, knowing how much more KJ has to play with and get familiar with on the offense. So I would lean under 7.5 there.